What's good, y'all? It's your boy Mixtape Moth. Please hit that like button. Please subscribe if you haven't already subscribed, as that is all greatly appreciated. But today, I'm gonna hit y'all with my thoughts on this new project from Gucci Mane and B.G entitled Choppers and Bricks. This is an unexpected collab mixtape from two Southern rap Hall of Famers, Atlanta's own Gucci Mane representing Zone 6, and the heart of the streets, B.G representing the NO. Starting off with Gucci, he is one of the pioneers of the subgenre that we call trap music. A few months back, Gucci had dropped a double album entitled A Breath of Fresh Air. Now, to keep it a buck, I didn't get a chance to listen to the whole project, but I did enjoy a handful of the songs that I heard, mainly the ones that featured Young Dolph and Key Glock. And this is the veteran rapper B.G's first full body of music since his release from prison just a couple months ago. Now, B.G has been making music since the mid-90s, and he has some classic Southern rap albums to his name. I know personally, I was curious to hear how B.G would sound after being locked up for 12 and a half years. I was just hoping that his new album would at least contain some decent production. So for this new collab tape, Choppers and Bricks, it contains production from the likes of ATL Jacob, DA Got That Dope, DJ Paul, The Honorable C Note, Mike Will Made It, Keno Beats, and KLC, A Beats by the Pound. Now it has 13 songs clocking in at around the 40-minute mark. But with that being said, let me go ahead and just hit y'all with this track-by-track breakdown. The opener, Talk, has this gritty piano backbeat from DJ Paul, so it has this spooky lo-fi feel to the production, and I just love the 3-6 Mafia vocal sample that's mixed in. Yeah, this sample is cleverly worked into both Gucci and B.G's lyric. Altogether, this does have a rough around the edges and gutter feel, which makes it a strong way to kick off this project. Track 2, Guwap and Jizzle, is set to this nighttime trap instrumental, and it's one of the early standouts on the album. The chorus is pretty ear-grabbing, as both are stating what each letter in their respective nickname stands for. Gucci does have an amusing line: "I'm way too turnt to pull up in a Tesla." You will notice that B.G's flow is as good and as crisp as ever here. And some noteworthy lines from him are, "Dudes be faking, they worse than these bitches, they wouldn't survive a good week in that prison." Following this is Choppers and Bricks, which has this head bobbing instrumental from Keno Beats. It's simple but effective production with a nice bounce. B.G raps, "Got out of jail. It's like I woke up from a bad dream. I'm independent. I ain't signing with no bad team." So it will be interesting to see if he will remain independent or, if he will end up signing to a label. Next up is the equally solid track Cold. And this has an up-tempo but minimalist trap beat from Mike Will Made It. On the hook, they're reflecting on both spending those cold and lonely nights in a jail cell. B.G does provide some vivid bars about his time being locked up. "Feds got me burnt out, still a little institutionalized. Dude, that shit was real. Seen dudes stabbed to death right before my eyes." Immediately after is the Honorable C Note produced track My Bitch. And this has a wavy melodic vibe that does kind of tap into that 2000s Southern rap aesthetic. Here, they are obviously talking about their ride or die chicks who hold them both down. Then there is Run That Bag Up, which has a tense instrumental from ATL Jacob. B.G has more of an aggressive delivery, and there are some cool, boastful, and menacing lines throughout. But I have to say this is my least favorite track thus far. Afterwards is Paperwork. It's an anti-snitching anthem that is backed by this low-key, pensive beat. There's a catchy hook from B.G, and as a whole, this record makes perfect sense considering that these two individuals both stood tall and did their time in prison without ratting. B.G does have some pain-filled lines like, "I done lost a lot of homies to this game I'm in, 50% to the grave, other half to the pen. Every time I look around the hood burying a G, wonder if next week they gonna be burying me." The subsequent song is Idiot's Worst Nightmare, and this has a chilling beat from DA got that dope. That is one of the highlights. BG once again delivers a catchy hook, and Gucci gets a little more personal, speaking on his wishes for his kids to attend prominent HBCUs, and he opens up about his battles with his own mental health. I also thought Gucci had some decent bars with rapping to my celly, I feel he my hardest critic, my cousin a paraplegic, hear my voice and say he feel it. Track 9 is At This Point featuring the Houston rapper Lil Jeremy. And this one has the most contemporary trap sound on the project and likely one of the darker beats as well. It's a banger about them being so knee deep in the street game that it makes no sense. Stop it. Yeah, it's not the most lyrical, but the streets are likely going to love this one. After this is Re-Wangsta, in which the Memphis producer Bandplay reworks the instrumental from 50s classic Wangsta. I mean, this beat has been used to freestyle to an endless amount of times, but it's still one that's hard to miss on. All in all, I feel this is a solid song, even though, you know, they basically repurposed the same hook from Wangsta. And there is Project Baby, which contains an actual verse and hook from C Murder. The thing with this record is everyone here had served a lengthy prison sentence, but I'm just imagining if this also featured a verse from Mac. That would have been even crazier. But this has a really stripped back lo-fi trap instrumental from Mike Will Made It, and it's the opposite of pretty. And here, they're all talking about the mindset of being a project baby. The second and last song is She Say She Love Me, produced by the legendary KLC of Beats by the Pound. Now, we know KLC played a major hand in producing on many of those early No Limit albums. Here, he cooked up an authentic sounding bounce anthem. Altogether, you know, it was a cool and melodic kind of record. Then this project comes to a close with Beautiful Life, also produced by KLC, and it has a very wavy sample that feels like a throwback to, let's say, 1998 or 1999 with those Cash Money No Limit sounds. So overall, I'm going to give this project a rating of 4 mics. I'm glad that the powers that be were able to get some good production for BG to rap over. Lyric and flow-wise, it's pretty clear that BG hasn't lost a step since being away all that time. You know, he still sounds exactly the same. And content-wise, he's also adapted to some of the newer slang and references. The good news is BG does not sound washed in the slightest. And I feel that Gucci even stepped up his bars just a little bit on this project. On Choppers and Bricks, we got some simple but raw trap beats that got the job done. Some were more striking than others, but none were whack. And I think this mixtape will be really well received by those who can appreciate a specific era in Southern rap, and it'll also be embraced by those who just want to hear authentic street music, you know, from 2 Southern rap legends in the game. My favorite tracks include Talk, Goo Wop and Jizzle, Cold, Paperwork, Idiot's Worst Nightmare, Project Baby, She Say She Love Me, and Beautiful Life. But let me know your thoughts on this mixtape in the comment section. It's your boy Mixtape Moth. I'm signing out, but as always, it's peace and blessings. BG, Gucci Mane, Choppers and Bricks, 1.